I had my membership thing and I had like a free cookie, which like, let me not kid. I ordered the cookie before they told me I had a free cookie. Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. So all morning long, I was waiting on maintenance to get here to do some work on our heater. And while I was waiting, I was just like on YouTube watching like mukbang after mukbang from like Trisha Paytas to Josh Peck. And then I was watching Steph Pappas and she did one with Panera. And I was just like, okay, that's what we're doing. So I figure I'm going to do a Panera mukbang and also kind of talk with y'all just about how like flight attendant life is kind of going right now, how things are going right now. And I've also been getting a lot of DMs lately in messages and stuff, kind of like needing help with everything going on with their flight attendant interviews or just questions they have, which is so great because that means my videos are getting out there, they're helping people, and I'm glad to be helping people. But I also figured like maybe like while I'm doing this, I can talk about like some of the things that people are asking me and stuff. And my dog Bubba, he's used to when I eat, he eats, or he has treats. So I do have his little treats next to me, so he's probably gonna be walking back and forth and begging for food. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so look how big this bag is, by the way, y'all. Like, this thing is huge. So for starters, I got, just try and keep everything in the frame. Hopefully this works. Bread, lots and lots of bread. And then I got a thing of broccoli and cheddar soup. It is so cold in Charlotte right now. It's like, I think 33 degrees, which I'm from Texas, so from Dallas. So I am not used to the cold weather. So anyways, it's been so cold that I was just like, soup it is. And then here I got the turkey, it's a turkey avocado BLT or something. Oh, look at this. Oh, that looks super good. It's like such a mess. I'm so excited. Okay, so we'll put that off to the side. Put the soup in front of that. And then I also got chicken Caesar salad. Always be sure to ask for chicken, just some extra protein. Their chicken is so good. So I got salad as well. And then what I push off to the side, I had my membership thing and I had like a free cookie, which like, let me not kid. I ordered the cookie before they told me I had a free cookie. So anyways, so I also have an oatmeal raisin cookie. So that's awesome. I guess I'm gonna take my thumbnail right now and I'll be right back with y'all. He's already begging me, so I'm gonna break this up. So lately, like, traveling has been kind of bizarre. It's been so slow. Like, the winter has been so slow. There is not a lot of flights going out. And then so like line holders, like their lines are a little bit lower. So I think like the average line right now is they're flying like 70 hours in the line. But most of them are like used to flying a bit higher. So they're picking up open time trips. And then I'm not really picking up trips right now. And I also want clicks, which basically clicks are if I'm on call. So like right now, I'm actually on standby at my house until 3. So for 2 more hours. So basically clicks are if I'm like on a wrap like this, like my standby shift, which is like 12 hours. And then they call me for a flight. I get clicks based on how many days that flight is, based on the original sequence. So if they call me for, I don't know, a 3-day trip, and then all of a sudden say something happens and it ends up being a 2-day trip, I still get to keep the 3 clicks. Well, then later on down the road for the next day, or when you get back from a trip and you're back on call again, it will basically, they'll organize it by how many days you're available for and then how many clicks you have. So the more clicks you have, like the lower on the list you are. So I'm about to try this. That is so freaking good. And it's like just perfect with the weather outside. Ugh. Okay, Bubs. He's probably gonna end up eating more than I do. So anyways, so I want clicks because that basically puts you lower on the line. Plus, I'm a reserve flight attendant, obviously, if I'm on call, on standby. But I'm a reserve flight attendant. So I have a guarantee of 75 hours anyways. And if I'm not picking up flying, then basically I don't need to fly to get paid that. So usually I do pick up flying, like especially in the summer and stuff, but I've kind of explained it in my other videos that right now it's a little bit harder to pick up flying. For us, because we are sharing a vehicle while we're looking for a second vehicle, and we live like out in kind of like the country aspect, about like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour from the airport. So picking up trips like has not been really easy or convenient. So I don't pick up right now, but I definitely probably will in the summer. Plus like the flying, let me be real for a minute. The flying has been like, I don't want to say crap lately, but a little bit of crap. I don't know. It's just because like all the layovers seem like so short lately, and especially I love a good like West Coast layovers. Like I love San Diego, I like San Fran, I like LA, like any of that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people love Seattle, and I have not done Seattle yet, but all of that kind of stuff, I love those. And usually they do like red eyes, which are awesome for a reserve because you work one flight out, then have like a super long, like over 24-hour layover, and then you just work that red eye flight, that early morning flight back. So some people like that are line holders don't like them because usually you want to make at least 5 hours of pay per day. So a red eye would constitute basically as 3 days because of that layover, but you're not getting like 15 hours of pay. So a lot of line holders don't like them. Some do, but some don't because the hours like that. But as a reserve, if you're getting your guarantee plus like good per diem with like a long layover, they're awesome. I love Panera's bread. We have such good bread. He is literally just like sitting here, just eyeballing me. I'm about to get into the salad. Ugh. Caesar salad is probably my favorite. I love a good house salad, but I don't know, something about Caesar salad. Super good. And the bread is like awesome to dip in their Caesar dressing as I just like knock it over. Ugh. So happy right now. Ugh. My husband and I had like Taco Bell really late last night. So like we were not hungry for breakfast this morning, and like my stomach honestly like hurt. So I was so happy to like get some greens, even though I would not consider this a healthier meal, but just having some greens and some like good, nice, I don't know, feels like a palate cleanser. Like it feels like you're eating healthy, but you're not. Let me find out. I can't even get this open. There we go. Oh, so hungry. Yeah, but I was like not hungry all morning, and then it just like hit, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm hungry. Okay, so anyways, yeah, so like the trips like haven't been as good either. So so that's kind of how flying's been going. But honestly, like I haven't been flying a lot in like the last few months, and at first like it was like really enjoyable. And don't get me wrong, like it's been so nice to like be home, especially with this little guy now. But now I'm like, oh, I just want to go somewhere. Like I need a good layover. Like I did go to quite a few places in December, which I mentioned, like that's why I got sick, is because kind of was traveling too much towards the end of December. But now it's just gotten sad. Like this month I have like 28 hours listed, and at least like 16 of that is from paid sick time because I called out for 4 days. So literally, oh, and then 2 OPR. So OPR is like on-premise reserve. So basically that means like you go do a standby shift at the airport. So you have to be like in uniform, like ready, like in a moment's notice. So as soon as they call you for a trip, like you're going straight to the gate. So anyway, so I have, I've already done like my 2 OPR shifts for the month, because for my company, they'll assign you OPR up to 2 times, and then after that, they can't assign it to you again for a 3rd time until everybody's basically served OPR at least twice. OPR shifts are usually like 4 to 6 hours, which those 6 hours can be quite long. Because like they kind of like, we didn't have those in Charlotte originally, and they like came in right when like the holidays kicked off, I guess. And it's long. And to be quite honest, like when I was with my regional company, we did our OPRs. They weren't called OPRs, but we did OPRs, and they were 8 hours at half pay. So you were getting half your salary per hour to sit there for 8 hours. And they could assign them like as many as you wanted. And trust me, I did like airport reserve all the time. Like most of my hours in the month were airport reserve, which that was really, really annoying. I mean, I pretty much watched everything on Netflix that's out there, but I don't miss that at all. But when I get like those 6 hours, that's like kind of what it feels like. But anyways, so I've done both my OPRs for this month, and they were both like 4-hour OPRs. Thank the Lord, because they were both like late night OPRs. Go bed. So they were like late night OPRs. So anyways, that's like 8 hours. So plus my 16 hours, and I only have 28. Like I've only done one day this month. Other than that, I have not worked at all. I've pretty much been at home besides like those 2 late night OPRs, which OPR, like, let me be honest, because you can bid for OPR. Like even if you want OPR, because if you bid for OPR and then they assign you a trip off OPR, you can get clicks like that. So if you're trying to get like a bunch of clicks at the beginning of the month so you don't have to fly like later in the month, OPR is actually like a really good thing to like bid for to get trips, especially like there's certain shifts that get better flights than other ones. And if you're new to the company and you want to get assigned to international. God, I just blanked. I'm like, keep eating. Still so hungry. Look how like this just like completely fell apart. Let's put it back together. This looks so good. I love this sandwich. I really do love this sandwich. Like the avocado, and I'm just obsessed with like their chicken. But anyways, if you are new to reserve, or I can't even think now. I'm like, oh, just get in my belly. I love Panera. Like, I'll admit, like, Panera's probably like a little bit more on like the pricey side. I don't even care. And if you've never had their green tea, like, you need to have their green tea. Green tea is so good. I don't know why I didn't get it. But anyways, so if you're like new to the company, especially in summer when like international trips are like more prevalent and stuff and you want to fly those, I think like in Charlotte, the OPR shift that's like 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. like that's usually like when they'll go out, especially if they need like a whole recrew, because Charlotte like storms a lot in the summer. So people can time out quickly. So like that OPR shift is actually like how like a lot of new hires and reserves get on those international flights. It's pretty much one of the only ways besides trying to pick it up, which if you're picking them up on ETB, which is kind of like our database where people like try and drop and switch flights and stuff. So if people are trying to like drop their internationals, you have to stalk that board basically because they'll go quick. But honestly, like I don't really like to fly internationals. I actually avoid them for the most part, just because like I don't mind like the island turn stuff, because especially San Juan from Charlotte is like a 7.5 flight or something like that, plus like international pay, and you can get purser pay if you can be the lead, and then you don't even have to go through customs because it's pre-clearance. So I used to love doing San Juan. Loved it. Oh, he's so cute. To be honest, like, I don't think I could sit here and eat like this and have him here if this was Chick-fil-A. So he is obsessed, like obsessed, with Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets. Like crazy obsessed. Okay. Anyways, so some of the, like, the questions, like, I've been getting in, like, DMs that I kind of wanted to, I don't know, just go over and, like, make this video more than just me stuffing my face. Is, one of them is somebody asked me about health benefits, and whether flight attendants have good health benefits. And, that actually depends, like, so much on what company you're with, like, so much on what company you're with, on, like, what they offer and stuff like that, and whether, like, you would consider them to have, like, good health benefits or not. Like, to be quite honest, like, when I was with my regional, I didn't use their health care stuff. I was still eligible to be on my parents, and honestly, I'm still eligible to be on my parents, but in order to have my husband, because he's a tattoo artist, have health benefits, I need health benefits through the company. So since he's basically a self-employee, it's easier to get him on health insurance and all that kind of stuff, and life insurance and whatever through my company. So now we both do that. Do you want some bread, bub? But so health benefits, like, whether they're good or bad, greatly depend on, like, who you're with. And I know for, like, us, we have 3 tiers of health insurance, and I definitely, like, from what I've heard, our old healthcare plan was a lot better. But then what happened is they basically, when we did the new contract, they agreed that we were going to get a pay raise. So a lot of people were focused on that and not focusing them on them switching our health benefits. So actually, like, a lot of people who need, like, really good healthcare and stuff actually ended up getting a raise that cost them more money for their healthcare. But we do the middle tier. So there's 3 tiers, and basically there's, like, the smallest. I'm about to get the water. Sorry. So there's, like, the lowest, which means, like, you pay the lowest amount out of your paycheck, but you also have, like, the lowest coverage amount. So you're not paying much out of your paycheck, but if you actually got sick or had to go to the doctor, you're going to have the highest deductible there is. Then there's, like, a middle tier where it's just moderately out of your paycheck and moderately covered. And then you have, like, the highest tier. And the highest tier, you're paying a lot more out of pocket out of your paychecks. But then when you actually have a problem, like, a lot of it is covered. And I think, like, for that top tier, like, if you have, like, constant prescriptions you need or stuff like that, then that's probably what you should go for. I mean, like, me and my husband, I don't want the lowest insurance because you never know. Life is crazy. You never know what happens. But, like, for my husband and I, like, we're both healthy, health conscious adults. So neither of us are really, like, on anything, but, like, we're not taking any prescriptions. I think, like, my birth control is, like, the only thing that really I'm doing. And we both did have dental work done this last year. And it did pay for quite a bit of that. I've heard some people complain about our dental care plan, and I mean, whatever. People complain about everything. But I didn't have a problem. Like, it really did cover a lot of that. And I had to have crowns redone and stuff. So that would have been really pricey without it. So thank God for that. And I did go with the more expensive because we have 2, like, dental care things. And I went with the more expensive one because I know that I do have, like, fake teeth in the front because I was in a car accident. But whereas, like, neither of us have glasses or contacts or anything. So, like, for the eye care, I just have whatever. I don't even know why I pay for eye care. We don't even go. But anyway, so depending on, like, your needs and stuff, like, that's kind of how it works. And I know whenever I was with my regional, they had, like, 2 healthcare plans too, I believe. So that you could kind of pick which one you wanted. I don't remember it being good, but anyways, another thing I got asked was about tattoos. And I've kind of talked about this before, that I really do want to make like tattoos its own video. But my issue so far with making this video is just that I have to make an honest video about whether you should tell them about your tattoos, how to cover them, things like that. Like my whole channel and the whole point of this is to be like as honest and as real, as true, like as you can get information out there. But at the same point is like, I don't want to throw myself or somebody else or anything like that under the bus. So I have to figure out a way to give you the best honest information that is not going to be so specific that can get somebody into a lot of trouble. Because there are airlines that have like super, super strict tattoo rules. Like if you have it, they find it at any point, like Delta. Like, let me just be clear. Delta is very strict with their tattoos. Like, they're not playing games. And that's not to say like you can't have tattoos and work for Delta, but they're very specific on where your tattoos can be and where they can't be and what you need to be wearing and things like that. So like Delta also doesn't have a union. So you can go 8 weeks through their training program and have your stuff covered up. And I think their water day or their like ditching day from some of my friends that work for them is like the last, like one of the last days. And if they find your tattoo at any point or even on that last day, like you're gone. Like you're gone. Like you just wasted 8 weeks of your life trying to get a job that now you don't have. And on top of that, Delta also doesn't have a union. So you could actually have a tattoo and then be caught once you're on the line, and then they'll let you go because you don't have a union to have your back. And I mean, in my opinion, unions do as much good for the company as they do bad. So like unions, like if you have like tattoos or something like that, they're pretty nice to have. But also, for as many good people as I think unions save and keep with the company, they keep just as many bad people. Like let me just say, like some of these international crews, it doesn't even have to be international crews, domestic too, but like some of these people like have no business still being flight attendants. They have such attitudes, so negative and so rude. And like the whole point of this job is this is the best job in the world. And this is probably like my biggest freaking pet peeve. In my opinion, there is no job that's going to pay you the money you could make being a flight attendant that is that easy. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're in a safety position. So if you have a safety issue, you better be on it. But I consider the job to be relatively easy, especially compared to like some other jobs that people do, like, good God. But it's a relatively easy job, and you can make quite a bit of freaking money doing this job, or even have such a flexible schedule that you have a secondary job. So, and a lot of people do. So you're being paid to travel all over the world, see places that most people will never see in their lifetime. You get free flight benefits for you and family and stuff, which like the specifics of that depend on your airline and things. But I mean, for the most part, you have some awesome benefits. And I know with like my company too, like we have like benefits and stuff like discounts and whatever through anybody partnered with our company. So we have so many besides just like hotels and car rentals. We have like AT&T, T-Mobile, Ford, like I don't know, you name it. And we just go to the benefits page, type it in and see like how we get a discount through. And like, who has that? I don't know. People complain, find anything to complain about. And that's just how it is. And this job is so awesome. And I feel like a lot of people forget like what like a real 9-to-5 job and stuff is. Oh, so good. I think they really do forget like what that kind of life is like. I know I just like switched topics really fast. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. They're like my favorite. And I know that like weirds probably a lot of people out. But like my mom like always used to make us them as kids, and I was always like, great oatmeal raisin cookies. And then I just started to love them and love them and love them, especially like with milk. And I'm lactose intolerant. But yeah, I know now that you're seeing this, you're like, your stomach's gonna hurt later. But I loved them with milk. Here, babe. And I just like ended up like, they're just now my favorite. They remind me of when I was young. Is that good? He has to swallow things whole, so I have to be like super little, because I'm not gonna have him like choke or something. But yeah, I just think like people don't remember like what those kinds of jobs are like, and they get such a sour attitude and stuff. And like the whole point of this job is to be flexible. So like I do really recommend that. It doesn't matter what airline you're going to go to. People are going to have something to complain about, whatever. And I don't want to discredit anybody's feelings, because everybody feels the way they feel for a reason. But you have got to learn to just like brush some of that stuff off and just keep like a really positive attitude, because you never want some of that stuff to really like get to you and whatever. But I'm getting pretty full. Pretty full. I don't think dogs can have raisins, so sorry. But yeah, so just like when you're going with an airline, just remember like how hard it is to get there. And also remember, you're very replaceable. And I think people forget that as well. Like, there's, especially like with some senior people, and I don't want to like be like a jerk, but they could pay a new hire half your salary. And so you never want to forget like why you're there. And not all senior people are bad. Some of the most amazing flight attendants I've been with have been around for a really long time. But like, just don't let things get to you. Like, remember like the bigger picture. And also like, I highly recommend having a life outside of just being a flight attendant. Like really, here you go, love. Like really like have your own life. So like when things happen or stuff, like it's not as big of a deal to you. You'll roll with the punches better. You'll learn how to do it. Like the whole point is like be as flexible as you can. Like this job, you need a lot of flexibility, especially if you have a family and stuff, then they need to be flexible as well. But just remember how good you have it, because I swear to God, this is like the best job in the entire world. Besides maybe being a food critic, which Panera 10 out of 10. All right, so I am actually pretty full. I'm probably gonna wrap this up and eat again in like an hour or two, because that's what I do. But thank you so much for joining me and listening to my rants and just me talking and stuff. And I don't mind doing a Q&A. So if y'all do want to have like some questions y'all want me to directly answer, because I think I only covered like 2 that people have DM'd me, and I've gotten a lot of DMs, which if you have questions, please reach out to me, please DM me, please do whatever. Like I am so willing to help you. Like please do not feel discouraged. Like people are shocked when I actually reply, and I guess I know why, but that's not me. You are going to get a response. So please, 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 if you have questions, reach out to me. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, y'all. Bye.